I know that you know it, I'm feeling it, and I just wanted to sit down and talk about it. I think this country has changed forever in the wake of Charlie Kirks' assassination. Because if you're not in touch with the young people and you don't understand how this has affected an entire generation of young Americans, then you are out of touch. But I think what we're seeing is something so large that we can't even wrap our heads around what happened. The time for tolerance is over, and I think you're going to see a major shift across this country. I just want to come in and just say a few words about it in the wake of what Erica Kirk had to say last night on television. So I can't believe that she was able to come out and give a speech and talk about Charlie's legacy, the future of Turning Points, and they're going to continue on with their mission, that this is spiritual warfare, she said. But she said something in an interview separately about the evildoers, and I just want to quote her directly. She said, "Evildoers should all know this. If you thought my husband's mission was powerful before, you have no idea." She said, "You have no idea what you have just unleashed across this entire country and this world." And I don't think she's being hyperbolic at all. I think she is spot on 100%. Now, maybe you and I can share some anecdotes here. I would love to hear your comments below, just in your neighborhood, just talking to family and friends, or just discussions you've had over dinner. Share them below, because I can tell you, even if it's just anecdotally, I'm hearing from conservatives, I'm hearing from friends all over the country who have had enough. They are fed up. So this being unleashed, this idea of being unleashed, it's about tolerance. And I think this is a moment, and I can feel it. I'm getting like goosebumps just thinking about it. I am sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of people like us who just want a better country. I'm sick and tired of us being pushed around, talked down to, treated as if we're some sort of fascists or Nazis or, illiberal, intolerant wretches. I'm sick of it. And I'm angry about it. I talked to Father Calvin Robinson on the show the other day about this, and he said the time for tolerance is over. Father Robinson. And I said, Father, I'm feeling that too. Is that okay? Is that okay to say enough? Enough of just like sitting back with our arms crossed, sitting back and allowing people to talk down to us. Oh, you don't want to get the COVID shot? Well, you must be some sort of a fascist anti-vaxxer. Oh, you don't want trans ideology in your school? You're so intolerant. Where's the love in your heart? Oh, you don't want this individual who's been arrested 14 times to just be able to walk free? Where is your compassion? I'm sick of it. And I think what you're seeing now over the past 48 hours is the tolerance is evaporating. And all of the men and all of the conservative women who've sat back and just allowed us to be shit upon for so long, it's coming to an end. Take, for example, the woman who, at an Office Depot that's gone viral over the past 24 hours, wouldn't print out a Charlie Kirk prayer sign. Somebody came in to spend $50 of his own money to print a poster to go to a prayer vigil for Charlie Kirk. She wouldn't print it out at Office Depot because it was considered propaganda.
Alrighty, so, what's your name?
Carol, I'm print supervisor.
I'm one of the managers.
Yes.
So, unfortunately, we
So
cannot
they
print-
say they don't print
we don't
political
print.
propaganda. So this is somebody that passed away a couple years
That's
ago. from a
political
bullet.
propaganda, unfortunately. I'm
So
sorry.
this is for a prayer tonight, for a prayer vigil?
It's still propaganda, unfortunately.
I printed
What makes it
everything.
propaganda?
Because he's a political figure, and I don't have to.
Press.
Yeah.
Our general manager is going to be in on Monday. If you
No,
want to
it's
speak
totally
further
okay.
on
No,
the
we have-
subject,
we have
you would
lost-
like
we
to.
have-
you're welcome to return.
Office Depot has fired her. This is what I'm talking about. For far too long, these people have gotten away with this shit, and it's over. She's been shit canned, gone. Or the developers for Sucker Punch, developers of a video game, who took to Blue Sky, which is a liberal echo chamber, to share their love of the fact that Charlie Kirk had been assassinated. Drew was her name, a developer, and the internet went crazy. She's been fired. And a laundry list of other people are losing their jobs because of this, calling for violence against other human beings all over Blue Sky. All the violence that they're calling for against President Trump, the violence they're calling for against Joe Rogan, who by the way was a Bernie Sanders supporter. They lost him because of their intolerance. Calling for violence against these individuals, no more. So these people are losing their jobs left and right, and I'm sorry, but I am there for it. I am sick of it. I'm sick of seeing videos of like a young man in a coffee shop with his girlfriend or whomever, and he's wearing a MAGA hat to make America a great country again. FYI, I don't know if you've noticed what's happened to this country over the past few decades. Who wouldn't want to make America a great country again? Lift people up out of poverty, have jobs for everyone, that every American could afford to buy a house, that you wouldn't buy a Big Mac for $10 because of inflation. You wouldn't see homeless encampments all over the United States going into these liberal cities. You wouldn't see fentanyl destroying entire communities. Yeah, that's making America great again. So I'm so sick of seeing these videos of a young man sitting there in a MAGA hat at a coffee shop, and some, tolerant liberal comes in and starts ripping it off their head.
And I went from being shoved next to a cliff on a hike, being called racist, people spit on me. I mean, it was insane because I had a MAGA hat on. I mean, people would just walk up to me and be like, I hope you fucking kill yourself.
Or goes up to houses and tearing up Trump signs, or yelling at people in coffee shops because they're wearing a Make America Great Again shirt.
And you have a baby here with you. You're a disgusting, sick, fucking weirdo. Oh my God, it's fucking right. You dumb bitch, you're with this shit. He doesn't want me or you to have equality. Oh my God.
Or the woman who took to social media yesterday in an Eagles jersey, by the way, which I was pissed about as an Eagles fan, and she's some white liberal lady from San Diego who's posting about how she's thrilled about Charlie Kirk's passing, starts to sing like a hymn, and then transitions into like a celebratory song, and then the social media goes crazy and flips out at this woman. And guess what? Her husband runs an electrician's company in San Diego, and then people started leaving all sorts of one-star reviews and all of this. And yeah, her husband, who's a hard worker, who is out there every day supporting his family while his wife's at home sipping Merlot, drinking Merlot, and making TikTok videos about the death of Charlie Kirk. It's awful what happened to his business, but guess what? Your decisions have consequences. So while your husband's out there working, you're at home drinking Merlot and making videos about Charlie Kirk's passing. Did you not think it could come back to bite your family in the ass? I hope now maybe you'll go to church. Maybe you'll go to a local church and you'll repent and you'll say, I'm sorry. Maybe you'll learn your lesson. Maybe people will start to learn their lesson. But I see something big happening in this country. For far too long, we've been sitting there with our arms crossed as they shove trans ideology into our schools, and then we get shouted down as bigots. We get shouted down as bigots for not wanting our children to be exposed to this perversion. We get shouted down as racists if we don't want to open up our borders to illegal immigrants pouring across our borders and destroying the cultural fabric of our country. Then we're racists. Never mind the fact that large swaths of them are criminals. You're somehow intolerant